Well, yes, we are back for the latest instalment of the 2020 Monday Night Speedway broadcast, and it is great to be back. And in a few moments' time, we have got a cracking fixture from Bank Holiday Monday with some stars of the future of British Speedway, as well as a few older names that you will also recognise. Before we do go racing, though, do allow me to point you in the direction of the official British Speedway website. That's speedwaygb.co.uk, and that's the place to head for all the latest news and views, and of course fixtures that are taking place between now and the end of October. And some of those also in front of restricted crowds as well. So plenty for you to feast your eyes on and catch up on the official British Speedway website. We want you to get involved on our social media channels as well. Give us a follow on Twitter at SpeedwayGB. You can search SpeedwayGB on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and double tap and heart those images on Instagram. We are at Official British Speedway on there. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Speedway Great Britain. Back to the latest in our Monday Night Speedway broadcast series, though, and like I say, we are heading back just 1 week to Bank Holiday Monday, and a restricted, limited number crowd were present at the Eddie Wright Raceway as a Scunthorpe Stag Select took on a Leicester Lion Cub side as well. And it really was a great meeting in prospect, and we are about to witness it all. Before we do, though, let's run you through the two lineups. For Scunthorpe, they were led at number 1 by Simon Lambert, with Jordan Palin going at number 2. Jamie Holder was at number 3, and he was forced into retirement in 2006, but Wayne Carter was back at number 4. Ryan Kinsley was at 5, with Harry McGurk at number 6, and Archie Freeman went at number 7. And Scunthorpe's two 250cc riders at number 8, it was Luke Harrison, and at number 9, it was Sam McGurk. For the Leicester Lion Cubs, they were led at number 1 by Connor Mountain, with Joe Thompson going at number 2. Joe Lawler went at 3, with Dan Thompson at number 4. Daniel Hume was the skipper at number 5, with Keane Dickin and James Chattin sharing the number 6 role. Tom Spencer went at number 7, and Leicester's two 250cc riders at number 8, it was Max James, and 9, Ashton Vale. So, as you'll tell from those lineups, 9 riders in each team, which meant for a slightly different format with the standard 15 heats, but also then some 250cc races as well, counting towards the overall points total. We are about to see all of the action from last Monday at the Eddie Wright Raceway. So we are heading to Scunthorpe for heat number 1 with David Rowe on the commentary. And without further ado, let's go racing.
So great to be here at the Eddie Wright Raceway on this sunny Bank Holiday Monday afternoon at the Scunthorpe Stags against the Leicester Lion Cubs National Development League Challenge. It is effectively the Leicester Lion Cubs team that would have raced in the National League this year, supplemented by Connor Mountain riding at 1, and the Scunthorpe Stags have been put together mainly of riders with local connections and of course Scunthorpe team connections too, including Simon Lambert, who rides at number 1 and goes in red in this Heat 1. Partnered by Jordan Palin, the reigning British youth champion, who won the opening round of that series here 3 weeks ago and has been going well on the continent too in recent weeks. And for the Leicester Lion Cubs, Connor Mountain, a title winner with Leicester in the championship last season, would have been racing for Newcastle this year. And Joe Thompson, who won yesterday's youth round at Kings Lynn, he goes in yellow. Scunthorpe have taken gates 2 and 4 for this opening race. It's Joe Thompson yellow off the inside, Jordan Palin blue off gate 2, Connor Mountain white off gate 3, and Simon Lambert in red off the outside. Mick Bates is the referee. Away they go with heat 1. A good start by Palin off gate 2, gets in front of Mountain. Lambert at the back at the moment. It's Joe Thompson trying to come through on the inside, but Palin with the advantage here over Thompson, with Mountain in 3rd place and Lambert out the back. Maybe a bit of a surprise here, but these two lads out front have been racing continuously for the last few weeks, and it may be showing here. It's Jordan Palin with the advantage, Joe Thompson in 2nd, Connor Mountain 3rd, and Simon Lambert out the back. And Palin, after real success in the Euro under-21s, he's got a big date to come in Denmark also at the weekend in the World Under-21 Team Cup Final, and he raced late here ahead of Joe Thompson with Connor Mountain in 3rd place. Simon Lambert at the back, looks like being a share here in the opening race with just over a lap to go. Palin with the advantage still, Joe Thompson 2nd, Mountain holds 3rd, and Simon Lambert can't make any impression at this stage. On the back straight for the final time, a very impressive start indeed lead by Jordan Palin, out-trapping Joe Thompson from gate 2, and Palin wins the opener over Thompson. It's Mount in third and Lambert at the back, and really interesting there because you've got the two far more experienced riders, Connor Mountain and Simon Lambert, in third and fourth places, but the key is that Jordan Palin and Joe Thompson have both been riding regularly, and that may well have made all the difference there in the opener. Very good ride by Palin to win it. Joe Thompson takes second place, Connor Mountain third, and it's a shared heat. Scunthorpe 3, Leicester 3.
Thompson for the third in flight, his partner Connor Mountain. That's three Scunthorpe.
Heat number 2, and it's Harry McGurk and Archie Freeman going for the Scunthorpe Stags, and Keane Dickin and Tom Spencer for the Lion Cubs. 3 apiece from the opener. Harry McGurk impressed yesterday at Kings Lynn, finishing second in the youth round. Archie Freeman also racing in that meeting and having some good rides too. Keane Dickin in the Leicester Lion Cubs team, sharing his place today with James Chattin, and Keane Dickin coming out here in Heat 2. And Tom Spencer has made the move from Cradley to Leicester over last winter. He rides in yellow off the outside. So heat number 2 at the start line, 3 points apiece is the score from the opener. Here we go with heat 2, and away they go, and that's a nice start there by Archie Freeman in blue. Freeman gets to the bend in front of Keane Dickin, and Keane Dickin is mugged on the inside by Harry McGurk, and Tom Spencer tries to go around the outside, but it's Scunthorpe 1 and 2 here in heat number 2 with Archie Freeman holds the advantage. Harry McGurk in second place, Tom Spencer in third with Keane Dickin. He did make a good start, but he's at the back. It looks good here for Scunthorpe in heat 2. Very good for Archie Freeman, who's put in some great rides so far in the 2 youth rounds that he's been a part of here and at Kings Lynn last night, and he has the advantage here over Harry McGurk, who was quick yesterday at Kings Lynn too, with Tom Spencer in third place and Keane Dickin at the back. And it may well be once again that regular racing is the key at this stage, and these two have been doing plenty of it. This Scunthorpe reserve pairing here in heat number 2 with Archie Freeman leads onto his last lap, would have been with the Newcastle Gems in the trophy this year, having to restrict himself to youth racing. And indeed this challenge match, Harry McGurk with the outside line in second place, and a clear 5-1 to Scunthorpe in heat number 2. It's a win for Archie Freeman, second Harry McGurk, and down on the final bend has gone Tom Spencer. Keane Dickin come through for third place. Big 5-1 to Scunthorpe in race number 2. It was a good start by Keane Dickin in the early stages, but the Stags quickly got the advantage with Archie Freeman quickly in control and Harry McGurk moving through on the inside. Let's just hope that Tom Spencer is going to be okay after a heavy fall exiting the final bend. It's a 5-1 to Scunthorpe. They lead by 8 points to 4. So we send our best wishes to Tom Spencer. A delay whilst he was attended to on the track. We move on to heat number 3. 8-4 in favour of the Scunthorpe Stags. It's Jamie Halder riding in red. Wayne Carter goes in blue. Joe Lawler in white. And Dan Thompson goes in yellow. Jamie Halder, who did line up for the Leicester Lion Cubs last year, but unfortunately got injured in his first meeting for them, so really lost the entire season as a result. Again, he would have been part of the Newcastle trophy side for this season. Wayne Carter, a legend in these parts at the age of 49, former Scunthorpe rider, former top flight title winner too, and it'll be interesting to see how he gets on back on the bike this afternoon. Joe Lawler, who made plenty of progress last year in the Leicester senior team and was lined up to be with Redcar this year and with Leicester in the Lion Cubs. And Dan Thompson, the winner of the second round of the British Youth Championship on his home track, but blew an engine on the start line at Kings Lynn in the final yesterday. Here we go with heat number 3, 8-4 in favour of Scunthorpe, and away goes Joe Lawler in white out gates, Wayne Carter, and round the outside goes Dan Thompson. Leicester 1 and 2 here in race number 3. Joe Lawler made a really fast start there from the inside, and Dan Thompson was out there with him. It's Carter in third place, it's held up out the back, and Leicester Lion Cubs could be set to hit straight back here in race number 3. Lawler out in front, checks over his left shoulder a couple of times, sees that Dan Thompson is there with him. Certainly no question that Joe Lawler and Daniel Hume were set to be a big top 2 for Leicester Lion Cubs in the National League this year. Lawler race speeds onto his third lap with Dan Thompson in there right behind him in second. They're still pulling away from Wayne Carter in third, and Jamie Halder out the back looks very good here for Leicester in race number 3. A very strong mid-order combination when you look at the improvement the Thompson twins made last year from reserve when they were best average riders, and they would have been big scorers this year, no question, in the National National League. So Joe Lawler around turns 3 and 4 for the final time. 5-1 for Leicester Lion Cubs in heat number 3. Lawler wins it. Second place Dan Thompson, and in third place Wayne Carter with Jamie Howder out the back. And Joe Lawler, who's not been riding this year, been working hard as most of them have off the track, but straight off with a win there in race number 3, and a rider who certainly makes it well known when he's happy he's won a race. Joe Lawler winning heat 3, partner Dan Thompson in second place. Wayne Carter was third, a 5-1 to Leicester. It's now 9 points apiece. Moving on then to the first race in the 250cc category. There are 4 of these throughout the meeting, and the scores do count towards the overall totals. Luke Harrison and Sam McGurk riding for Scunthorpe, and Max James and Ashton Vale riding for Leicester. Luke Harrison and Max James have had some fantastic races in the 250 category of the Youth Championship so far this season. They had another one yesterday at Kings Lynn in which Luke Harrison won. Max James had a great result against Luke Harrison here in their youth round. Sam McGurk riding a 250 here, a borrowed 250, replacing William Kaniak, who suffered a foot injury at Kings Lynn yesterday. Underway then with the first race of the 250s, and a strong first bend by Luke Harrison, moving Max James aside, and Luke Harrison leads from Max James, with Sam McGurk moving through into third place over Ashton Vale. So Harrison here with the advantage, swings out wide off the fourth bend, race on for third place. Sam McGurk holding that third spot over Ashton Vale, who's trying to go back round him off the second bend. So far Luke Harrison has control over Max James, but the scrap is really on for third place. Sam McGurk holds it for now, but there's some kind of mechanical trouble. He comes to a stop, and Ashton Vale goes through and takes that third place. I mentioned Sam McGurk on a borrowed bike here, a late call up for the meeting, going back to 250s after racing 500s in the youth series, but some kind of issue with the bike there, and unlucky for Sam McGurk. But Luke Harrison continuing his winning ways. As I say, it was a phenomenal final yesterday at Kings Lynn when he got the better of Max James. This one was more from the gate. He moved from the side on the first couple of turns, and it will be a shared heat in the first 250 race. It's a good win there for Luke Harrison over Max James, with Ashton Vale in third place. Competitive first bend there between those two 250cc youngsters, but Luke Harrison just got there in time to move Max James aside, and then there was a good scrap on for third place with Ashton Vale trying to pass Sam McGurk before McGurk hit trouble at the end of the second lap. So a shared heat in that first 250cc race, a win for Luke Harrison over Max James, Ashton Vale third, and it's Scunthorpe 12, Leicester 12.
And his partner, James Chatting.
Moving on to what's officially Heat 4 as we go back to the 500cc competition. The score is 12 points apiece. Ryan Kinsley riding for Scunthorpe in red. Archie Freeman goes in blue. It's Daniel Hume riding in white, the Lion Cubs captain. And James Chattin rides in yellow in place of Tom Spencer. Of course, James was due to share that reserve berth with Kane Dickin, but I suspect that with the injury to Tom Spencer, you would expect that James Chattin will just come in and take his remaining rides. And he's alongside Daniel Hume, the Leicester captain, who goes off gate number 3. Freeman in between them on the starting line in blue, and Ryan Kinsley in red, who had his first full season of championship racing last year with Scunthorpe. Took some big scalps along the way too, particularly around this circuit. Would have been lining up for Mildenhall in the National League. Daniel Hume would have been back with Leicester again in the National League. Here we go with Heat 4, scores level 12 points apiece, and Ryan Kinsley gets the bend in front of Daniel Hume. Battle on for third place in Chatting, just about gets inside Freeman, who turns back inside him off that second turn, and Scunthorpe here have first and third with Kinsley leading from Hume. It's Freeman in third place and Chatting out the back. Sharp start by Ryan Kinsley to get ahead of Daniel Hume. These would have been two of the National League's big hitters this season, no question about it. Kinsley going back in with Mildenhall midway through last season, and would have been lining up at number 1 for the Fen Tigers this year. Daniel Hume was such a powerful combination with Ellis Perks last year at the top for the Leicester Lion Cubs. 4-2 situation for Scunthorpe, round turn 3 and 4 for the third time. Impressive ride, but down has gone Archie Freeman up on the top turn, so more points lost there for Scunthorpe on that bend. It allows James Chattin through for third place. Sam McGurk in trouble in the previous race with engine failure, and now a fall for Archie Freeman. That's going to be another 3-3 as a result, as Ryan Kinsley wins it. Second place Daniel Hume, and third place James Chattin and the remounting Archie Freeman coming round at the back. So for the second race running, a potential 4-2 to Scunthorpe turned into a 3-3 after McGurk's mechanical failure, and then a fall for Archie Freeman up on turns 3 and 4 in heat number 4. But a good impressive win there for Ryan Kinsley, a fast start to see off Daniel Hume. A shared heat once again, and it's Scunthorpe 15, Leicester 15. So still all square as we move into heat 5 with Jamie Halder riding in red, Wayne Carter goes in blue, Connor Mountain in white, and Joe Thompson riding in yellow. 15 points apiece as the riders prepare at the start line. Scunthorpe on gates 1 and 3. Of course, this combination of Jamie Halder and Wayne Carter conceding a 5-1 in their opening ride against Joe Lawler and Dan Thompson. Well, now it's Connor Mountain and Joe Thompson who they go up against here. Good to see a decent crowd in attendance here at the Eddie Wright Raceway. I know the tickets sales have gone very well indeed, just as they did for the youth round here 3 weeks ago, certainly proving that the demand is there and people want to come out and watch Speedway. Certainly the case on a sunny bank holiday afternoon. Heat number 5 then gets underway. Connor Mountain lifts off the outside but still gets to the bend. A bit tight going in between Jamie Halder and Joe Thompson. Halder has second place for now. It's Mountain with the advantage. Halder in second place. Joe Thompson takes the run around the outside, round bend 3 and 4. Can he make it round the outside? Mountain with the advantage, and Joe Thompson neatly round the outside of Jamie Halder to get through into second place. 5-1 here for Leicester as things stand. Connor Mountain out in front, and Joe Thompson having to race around the outside to get the better of Jamie Halder. Wayne Carter now trying to follow his way through, almost clips the fence then off the fourth bend as the Scunthorpe captain, and Connor Mountain now standing for authority on this race number 5, clearly the most I was going to say experience. Wayne Carter does have more experience, but certainly in terms of recent experience, Connor Mountain very much on top here in race number 5. Joe Thompson in second place, and this should be a second 5-1 of the afternoon to the Leicester Lion Cubs. Jamie Halder made quite a good start, but couldn't hold Joe Thompson back, and maximum points for Leicester in heat 5. A win for Connor Mountain, second place Joe Thompson, and third Jamie Halder. Wayne Carter out the back, and a 5-1 to the Lion Cubs there in heat number 5. Connor Mountain making a fast start from the outside gate. Joe Thompson was outgated by Jamie Halder, but he took it wide off in turns 3 and 4 and made it into second place over the start-finish line into the second lap. So Mountain wins heat 5, second place Joe Thompson, third spot Jamie Halder, 5-1 to Leicester. They lead now by 20 points to 16. Leicester Lion Cubs 4 points in front. Heat 6, Simon Lambert and Jordan Palin. A strong combination on paper for the Scunthorpe Stags. It's Daniel Hume riding in white off the inside for the Lion Cubs, and Keane Dickin goes in yellow off the outside. Simon Lambert, of course, running at last place in his first ride. That was a really interesting result in heat 1 when both Lambert and Connor Mountain had to play second fiddle to Joe Thompson and Jordan Palin. Palin was superb in that first race. Let's see what they can do now from the outside here in race number 6. Hume off the inside, Lambert gate 2, Dickin gate 3, and Palin off the outside. Heat 6 gets underway, and that's a good start by Simon Lambert, and Daniel Hume is there too on the inside now, neck and neck off the second turn. Hume gets the advantage over Lambert. Lambert goes sweeping around the outside, and Palin follows him through, and they've taken Daniel Hume there around the outside. Good stuff by the Scunthorpe riders as Lambert leads. I don't think Lambert knows that Palin's there. Palin's actually quicker than Lambert, going to go around him as well. Jordan Palin race leads, and now over Simon Lambert. Lambert will now know he's there. Hume in third place, and Dickin out the back. Good stuff by the Scunthorpe riders there on the first lap or so, and Jordan Palin didn't make a particularly good start. He certainly got the outside line going there. Lambert battled past Hume up on turn 3 and 4, and Palin was following him through. Now Hume's onto the fast outside lines. He's trying to make up ground once again on Simon Lambert. It's Palin well clear out in front. Lambert in second place, Hume in third, Dickin in the back. This topsy-turvy challenge match could be going back towards square once again, but here comes Daniel Hume. Big burst around the outside, final turn, not going to work. 5-1 Scunthorpe in heat number 6. It's a win for Jordan Palin, his second of the meeting. How impressive does he look? Simon Lambert in second place, and Daniel Hume in third. And that was tremendous stuff by the Scunthorpe riders. Lambert powering around the outside of Daniel Hume into the third bend, and then Jordan Palin a bit further round, got a great exit from bend 4, and he also went round Hume, and that is a 5-1 to Scunthorpe in race number 6. Scores level once again, Scunthorpe 21, Leicester 21. All square, 21 points apiece. This is the second of the 250cc races. It's Luke Harrison red, Sam McGurk blue, Max James white, Ashton Vale yellow. This time Max James has the inside gate, Luke Harrison off gate number 2, Ashton Vale gate 3, and Sam McGurk off the outside. Here we go, second of the 250s away, and Luke Harrison and Max James this time almost has the advantage, but round the outside goes Luke Harrison. He race leads up the back straight for the first time. It's Max James in second place, Ashton Vale in third. Sam McGurk, who did have trouble in his previous ride, out the back. Luke Harrison has been winning races for fun in the last couple of weeks in the 250 category. Both to Leicester last weekend and then to Kingsley last night. He's currently got the advantage. Max James trying to pick up speed round the outside, but Luke Harrison holds the line off bend 4 into the third lap he goes. Harrison controlling this second race in the 250s over Max James. Ashton Vale keeping good pace in third place, and there clearly are mechanical issues for Sam McGurk, who looks like he may well be coming to a stop once again up on the top turn. It's Luke Harrison onto his last lap then with the advantage. Second place Max James, third Ashton Vale. Luke Harrison really wide off bend 2, but picks up plenty of drive there, and in fact Ashton Vale's now got mechanical problems as well. I think he'll get home for third place, so Luke Harrison wins it. Second is Max James. Ashton Vale will get third, and that's because Sam McGurk is also struggling round at the back. So a few gremlins creeping in there for the 250 boys, but no question Luke Harrison keeping his winning run going, heading home. Max James there in heat, their second race of the 250s. I'm sure Max will be determined to try and hit back when they meet once again, but this is one to watch out for in the future. They both are, to be fair. Luke Harrison looking good there, winning that second 250 race once again at 3-3. It's 24 points apiece.
Those results of race 2 of the 250s. First in red, Scunthorpe's Luke Harrison. In 3, Scunthorpe, John Lawler.
Heat 7 with Ryan Kinsley riding in red, Harry McGurk goes in blue, it's Joe Lawler in white and Dan Thompson in yellow. Could be interesting here with Kinsley the winner in his first ride, as was Joe Lawler when he combined with Dan Thompson for maximum points in Heat 3. So can they do anything here about Ryan Kinsley? Harry McGurk, throw him in as well, riding well this weekend, Harry. And he took a paid win out of Heat number 2 when he followed his partner Archie Freeman home. So interesting Heat 7, and so far these two sides appear to be very evenly matched indeed. Scunthorpe have got the advantage at reserve at this stage. They've also got Jordan Palin riding superbly. Leicester team leaders are looking to make ground. Here we go with heat number 7. Ryan Kinsley in red off the inside gate. Joe Lawler is there too, and Kinsley gets the advantage. Lawler is going straight to the outside runners. Thompson tries to switch back with an interesting third bend here as Thompson goes flying down the inside. Lawler's pegging the outside, still Kinsley out in front. Kinsley in front of Dan Thompson. Lawler in third place, McGurk out the back, and Dan Thompson will keep it on the inside as Kinsley runs wide off the second bend, and Dan Thompson's right there with him, and Kinsley just about gets back across him into the bend. Battle on for third too, because Harry McGurk having a right go at Joe Lawler. Tremendous stuff here in Heat 7. It's still Ryan Kinsley with the advantage. Dan Thompson battling hard on the inside. Once again Kinsley goes wide, and again Dan Thompson tries to move down the inside. Harry McGurk flings one trying to get through on the inside of Lawler, again cramped off by Lawler. Still a shared heat here somehow. Ryan Kinsley with the advantage here. Dan Thompson second, Joe Lawler third, Harry McGurk at the back, and it looks like Ryan Kinsley should do enough. But again, the scrap on the third, McGurk almost gets inside Lawler into the third bend, and it will be a shared heat. Kinsley wins it. Second place Thompson, third place Lawler, McGurk at the back. Well, there was no passing in the end there, but I'm not quite sure how, because Dan Thompson threw everything he could at Ryan Kinsley, and a great effort too by Harry McGurk battling with Joe Lawler, and somehow it finished up once again as a 3-3. Some terrific stuff there. They were really flinging it into bend 3, trying to move through on the inside, but Kinsley holds off Dan Thompson, and Joe Lawler maintains third place over Harry McGurk. It's still all square, 7 heats gone. Scunthorpe 27, Leicester 27. Nothing between Scunthorpe Stags and Leicester Lion Cubs after 7 500cc races and 2 250s. So we're into Heat 8 now of the 500s. It's 27 points apiece, and Jordan Palin rides in red, unbeaten and looking the part so far. No question, 2 rides and 2 wins for Palin. He goes in red. Archie Freeman rides in blue. It's Joe Thompson going in white, and James Chattin rides in yellow with Tom Spencer ruled out. So clearly James Chattin will be taking his remaining rides, and it is proving to be evenly matched between the two sides. Of course, 9-man teams, or 10-man team as far as Leicester are concerned, but it has all worked out pretty even. Here we go with heat number 8. Palin lifts off gate 3, and Joe Thompson in white can't quite get there, tries to turn back off the second bend. Archie Freeman is there too. Joe Thompson trying to move through on the inside, but again Palin's got the advantage into the third bend over Joe Thompson, with Archie Freeman in third place over James Chattin. Well, Jordan Palin did pick up some lift off the start line, still managed to drive into the first bend in front of Joe Thompson, and he leads now up the back straight into the third bend for the second time. And could we finally see this deadlock broken in heat number 8? Could it be a 4-2? They've had a 4-2 Scunthorpe going a couple of times. Something's gone wrong for riders up on the third and fourth bend. They'll be keen to see Palin and Freeman get round safely here. Palin unbeaten and looking set to make it 9 points out of 9. He race leads from Joe Thompson onto his last lap. It's Chattin at the back behind Archie Freeman, and that looks like the way it should finish here in heat number 8. 4-2 on the way here for Scunthorpe. And how impressive does Jordan Palin look here this afternoon? He makes it 3 out of 3. Palin wins heat 8. Second place Joe Thompson. Third Archie Freeman, with James Chattin at the back, and Scunthorpe edge in front with a 4-2 out of heat number 8. Jordan Palin with 9 out of 9. What a weapon he would have been round here in the championship at reserve, no question about that. We talk about the Thompson twins, probably similar at Leicester, but Jordan Palin really looking good here on what would have been his home track in the championship this season. He wins heat number 8. Second place Joe Thompson. Third place Archie Freeman. 4-2 the Stags, who lead by 31 points to 29. 31 points to 29 then. Jamie Halder riding in red, Wayne Carter in blue, Daniel Hume in white, and Keane Dickin rides in yellow. Scunthorpe edging into a 2-point lead with that 4-2 in the previous race. Daniel Hume yet to win a race so far this afternoon. He's in white off gate number 2. Jamie Halder and Wayne Carter for the Stags. Away they go. Nice start by Daniel Hume there. Off gate 2 gets the advantage over Wayne Carter. Keane Dickin going for a big burst around the outside off the second bend, and he gets round 1. He gets round Halder. He's trying to get around Carter as well up on that top turn. Hume well clear. Keane Dickin tries to run around the outside. He's fended off by Wayne Carter, and now Jamie Halder trying to come back through into third place, and Keane Dickin keeps the outside run going off that second turn, but Halder is back through into third place. So we're in a 3-3 situation, and Daniel Hume with the advantage here over Wayne Carter. Halder in third place, and Dickin out the back, and this one maintains Scunthorpe's narrow 2-point advantage at this stage. Daniel Hume was beaten in heat 6 when he was 5-1 by Palin and Simon Lambert. He's got himself together to win this heat number 9 with a lap to go. Hume over Carter, with Halder in third spot over Dickin. Of course, Daniel Hume not been racing too much at all this year with the lack of action, and he comes round to win this one comfortably enough. Heat number 9 won by Daniel Hume. Second place, and down goes Halder off the final turn. More points flung away by Scunthorpe up on that top turn. Halder goes down, and Keane Dickin inherits third place. Hume wins it from Carter, and Keane Dickin takes third, and Jamie Halder, well, thankfully he's okay. We saw Tom Spencer injured down there earlier in the meeting. Jamie Halder is okay, but he's lost his third place as a result. Very unlike him to come down like that by himself, Jamie. Normally a rider who doesn't tend to come to grief, but something going wrong there. So Leicester edge a 4-2 out of heat 9, and that brings the scores back level. Daniel Hume winning it over Wayne Carter. Third place Keane Dickin, back all square at 33 points apiece. Third race of the 250s, and no Sam McGurk for Scunthorpe Stags here with the mechanical trouble we've seen in his first 2 rides. He was on a borrowed bike anyway, late call up for the 250s, so it's only Luke Harrison going for Scunthorpe. He's off gate 3 in red. It's Max James in white off gate 4, and Ashton Vale goes in yellow off gate number 2. Away they go, and it's Luke Harrison in front of Max James into that first bend. He gets back round Ashton Vale as well, and Luke Harrison set to continue his winning ways here, but Max James, I'm sure, will make a challenge. He goes really wide into turns 3 and 4. Got plenty of speed. Track has just been newly prepped and watered, and Luke Harrison leads from Max James, who's trying to build speed. Really picks up drive again on turn 2. Luke Harrison holds a tidy line into the third bend for the second time. Still got the advantage here over Max James, who did beat him in the youth round here 3 weeks ago. Luke Harrison has it over Max James with Ashton Vale in third place. You can see Max James trying different lines, trying to make League Cup ground, but really as things have gone in this race, it's actually Luke Harrison who's pulled further and further clear. Harrison leads on to his last lap. It's James in second place, David in third. Should be set for a 3-3 here, keeping the scores locked together. Scunthorpe have thrown away some points up on turns 3 and 4 so far this afternoon, but this one is going to be shared. It's a win for Luke Harrison, his third of the meeting. Second place Max James, and third spot Ashton Vale. Once again Luke Harrison defeats Max James, and once again we have a shared heat, and the scores all square after the third 250cc race. Harrison wins it from James, Vale in third place. It's 36 points apiece.
So here he comes once again, the local lad from Palin near Scunthorpe, Luke Harrison.
Heat 10 as we go back to the 500cc. Simon Lambert and Jordan Palin for the Scunthorpe Stags, and Joe Lawler and Dan Thompson for the Lion Cubs. Looks a competitive lineup here indeed. Expectations are, and certainly the hopes are, we'll get a second leg to this challenge match to take place at Leicester's Paul Chapman and Sons Arena, hopefully in the near future. In the meantime, you have to say well done to Rob Godfrey and all at Scunthorpe for getting this on, the second time they've run this season after the Youth Championship in early August, and really proving that Speedway can be done in a safe and proper manner. No reason why not. You look around this stadium, which has been capped obviously at capacity, but there is space for more should that be required, and hopefully subsequent meetings will prove that point once again. Case of trying to get everyone back to normal, and certainly it does feel normal on a bank holiday afternoon to be enjoying the Speedway. Heat number 10, and Palin unbeaten in blue off the inside. Dan Thompson gate 2, Lambert gate 3, Lawler off the outside, away they go. It's a good start again by Palin, trapping superbly. Thompson ahead of Lambert, Lawler ahead of Lambert, will go around the outside. That's a great ride by Dan Thompson to get the better of Jordan Palin. It's Dan Thompson who hits the front now over Simon Lambert, and Palin's dropped back to third over Joe Lawler. Super stuff by Dan Thompson. He race leads. Now can he get the better of Simon Lambert here in this heat number 10? Joe Lawler at the back as Jordan Palin made a really good start, but Dan Thompson, terrific move there on the first two turns. Lambert managed to get the better of Lawler, and he came through into second and passed his teammate. And Dan Thompson, who had mechanical misfortune in the grand final of the youth round last night at Kingsley, but he sees an engine on the start line, so he's riding a different engine here today, but that's not slowing him down. Dan Thompson leads on to his last lap. Simon Lambert in second place, going to be a first defeat of the afternoon for Jordan Palin, and Joe Lawler out the back. So great ride coming up here for Dan Thompson in heat number 10 to defeat Simon Lambert and Jordan Palin, and Dan Thompson wins heat 10 for the Leicester Lion Cubs. Second place Simon Lambert, and third place Jordan Palin. Well, Palin made a good start, trying to make it a 4-ride maximum, would have been 12 points, but Dan Thompson coming through on the first bend. Simon Lambert battling early on with Joe Lawler, who appears to have struck some trouble during the race, and at the end of it all we have another shared heat, and what a fine ride that was by Dan Thompson to win heat number 10 over Simon Lambert and Jordan Palin, and it's now 39 points apiece.
I've got to tell you, British Speedway has got a bright future with these kids, absolutely. 30 seconds to go, so the full lineup once again on gate 1.
Heat number 11 then, it's Ryan Kinsley riding in red, Harry McGurk in blue, Connor Mountain in white, and Joe Thompson in yellow. Bit of concern for Ryan Kinsley, he's had to change bikes. The number 1 bike wouldn't fire as they came onto the track, so quick change back in the pits, and he'll be hoping that the number 2 bike is just as good. Kinsley, 2 rides and 2 wins so far, but facing a strong Leicester pairing in Connor Mountain and Joe Thompson. Harry McGurk goes off the outside gate in blue. It's 39 points apiece going into heat number 11 of the 500cc races. We've got one more 250 to come as well. Here we go with race number 11, and away they go. Connor Mountain off the inside makes a good start, and Kinsley not a particularly good one on that change bike. In fact, Joe Thompson's gone round the outside. It's going to be a big one here for Leicester if Connor Mountain knows that Joe Thompson's there, and he does. He lets his teammate round the outside. Harry McGurk going for a big blast 2, trying to pass Mountain, and Kinsley struggling on that change bike. So Thompson race leads from Mountain. McGurk really blasting it wide off the 4th turn. He's keeping Connor Mountain honest, no question about that, but McGurk sends a really wide one on 3 and 4 and does very well to avoid the fence, it has to be said. Joe Thompson leads, then Connor Mountain sits in there with him in second place, McGurk in third, and Kinsley out the back. And the mechanical problem before the race race. Certainly going against Scunthorpe here in heat number 11. They have left more points on the track than Leicester, you have to say, with falls and mechanical failures, and it should be a 5-point for Leicester in race number 11. Thompson leads from Mountain, McGurk in third place, and Kinsey has not been able to get that second bike going at all here. So a big result coming for Leicester in race number 11. A win for Joe Thompson, second Connor Mountain, and third Harry McGurk. And Ryan Kinsey left really frustrated because the bike, his number 1 bike, wasn't working on the track as he came on. He had to do a quick switch, and that just didn't get him off the start line. Joe Thompson made a superb move on turns 1 and 2, just like his brother in the previous race. Connor Mountain controlled it, and a 5-1 goes the way of the Leicester Lion Cubs. And once again, we're seeing this afternoon, we've seen Jordan Palin, the Thompson twins, Dan and Joe, with Luke Harrison, the 250s. The future is so bright with these youngsters. It's great to see. And there's one once again, Joe Thompson winning race number 11. Connor Mountain, his teammate, second. A 5-1 for Leicester, and they now lead by 44 points to 40. So heat number 12, can the Stags hit back 4 points down, 40 over 44? It's Jamie Halder and Archie Freeman going for the Stags, and Joe Lawler and James Chattin for the Lion Cubs. We saw Joe Lawler win his first ride, but he's tended to slow down in his last couple of outings, particularly his last ride. Looked like he was having some trouble, so we'll see if he's made some alterations. Because certainly on previous record in the National League, you put Joe Lawler here as the favourite for this race. Jamie Halder, of course, came to grief in his previous ride. Archie Freeman's looked lively so far. James Chattin in yellow off the outside. Leicester 4 points in front. Heat number 12 then gets underway, and Lawler lifts off gate 3, and Freeman makes a great start from the outside. Archie Freeman gets the advantage here over Joe Lawler, and it's James Chattin in third place over Jamie Halder. So a bit of a surprise here coming up in heat 12, but Archie Freeman made a good one off the outside. He leads Lawler, and Halder appears to have got round Chattin, and now he'll be chasing Lawler, who has changed bikes. Looks like he's moved on to, Lawler's moved on to a bike of Keith Dickin, it would appear, but Archie Freeman here with the advantage. Second place, Joe Lawler. Jamie Halder trying to hit back. He's holding the inside line after overcoming James Chattin in the early stages, and now I think Joe Lawler begins to get a bit more confidence in that change bike himself. And Archie Freeman holding a nice line as he comes round bends 3 and 4 for the third time. Made a really neat start, Archie Freeman, and has controlled this race. He's leading Joe Lawler, who has had to change bike, but it's still be a big scalp here as far as Archie Freeman is concerned. Looks over his left shoulder, really just needs to keep going forward. It's Archie Freeman from Joe Lawler into the final bend. Halder in third place. That's a superb ride there by Archie Freeman to win race number 12. Second place Joe Lawler, third Jamie Halder, and James Chattin at the back. And we're seeing some of the real developing rising talent coming through. And there's one, Archie Freeman, who's impressed us in the youth round so far, and that's a great win for him there over Joe Lawler in heat number 12. Very impressive stuff indeed, and Scunthorpe get a 4-2 out of heat 12 to cut that gap to a couple of points. Archie Freeman takes the scalp of Joe Lawler, third place for Jamie Halder, and it's now Scunthorpe 44, Leicester 46. Final race of the 250s. Leicester still 2 points in front. Luke Harrison off the outside gate. This time Max James just inside him, but Luke Harrison's got the start once more over Max James. In fact, Ashton Vale made a better start than Max James. He's in second place for now, and Luke Harrison trying to go through the car with a 12-point maximum as he goes round turns 3 and 4 on the opening lap. Max James going wide off that fourth turn, going round his teammate, although actually there's no way through. It's Ashton Vale still in second place. Max James in third, trying to pick up speed around the outside. He's gone round his teammate now, but it looks like, unless there's some late drama in the last couple of laps here of this one, that it will be 4 wins out of 4 for Luke Harrison over Max James. It must be becoming more and more a personal battle between them in the youth series this year. Really are two bright prospects for the future, and Luke Harrison is stepping up superbly in the 250 category. Definitely both of them riders to watch out for. But current form, this weekend's form, the last week or so's form, has been Luke Harrison in control, and well, how on earth has Max James stopped on there after clobbering the fence off the second bend? It's a win for Luke Harrison. It's second place for Max James, it's third for Ashton Vale. I do not know how he stayed on that bike. He clipped the fence coming off the bend. He basically rode along the fence down the back straight. He's managed to maintain control of the bike, bring it home for second place. It's remarkable. It's a shared heat in the final 250 race. It's a win for Luke Harrison. Max James somehow gets it home for second place. Ashton Vale in third, and with 3 500cc 1cc races to go, 47.49. But the applause here is for Luke Harrison, who has run through with a 12-point maximum from his 4 programme rides. Ashton Vale coming through as well. Good to see the crowd giving a big hand to the 250 youngsters who have provided plenty of entertainment once again. But it's a shared heat, and Leicester maintain their 2-point lead. Heat 13, Simon Lambert riding in red, Ryan Kinsley in blue, Connor Mountain in white, and Daniel Hume rides in yellow. 2 points in front for Leicester. We are told that Ryan Kinsley is back on his number 1 bike. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that after winning his first 2 on that machine, then struggling in race number 11, and that could be key to this race. Simon Lambert picking up 4 and a bonus from his 3 rides so far. Connor Mountain won his 2nd ride and got a paid win in his 3rd. Daniel Humes won a race 2. He won his 3rd outing. So some of the lads that haven't been riding regularly have picked up speed quite clearly as the afternoon's gone on. But if Ryan Kinsley's number 1 bike is firing, then that's going to give Scunthorpe a big shout here in this heat number 13. Lambert in red off the inside, Mountain white, gate 2, Kinsley blue off gate 3, Hume in yellow off the outside. They get underway with heat 13. Colin Mountain, a great start from gate 2, comes off Simon Lambert. Here goes Daniel Hume round the outside. That's a superb ride by Daniel Hume, and would you believe it, Ryan Kinsley's bike has come to a stop, and Daniel Hume's gone round the outside of him. Lambert trying to hit back on the inside, Mountain with the advantage, Hume in 2nd place, Lambert in 3rd, and Kinsley comes to a stop, and that could be absolutely crucial as far as this meeting is concerned, because a 5-1 here for Leicester would put them 6 in front with 2 races to go. Colin Mountain made the start, Daniel Hume was superb on turns 1 and 2. Now Simon Lambert tries the inside move on that 3, but Humes on a fast line around the outside. Lambert picks up drive off the bend, loses ground there, and Leicester certainly have control of this big heat 13. Colin Mountain race leads from Daniel Hume. Simon Lambert in 3rd place can make no real impression, and Ryan Kinsley, the bike is still running, he's still spinning the back wheel, but no power, and that's a disaster for Scunthorpe Stags in heat 13. But a big one for the Leicester Lion Cubs. Colin Mountain wins it, 2nd place Daniel Hume, 3rd place Simon Lambert. The Leicester flags flying on the first turn as Connor Mountain controls heat 13. Superb first 2 turns by Daniel Hume, battling away with Ryan Kinsley and Simon Lambert. Hume made it round the outside, and Ryan Kinsley still under power, but not enough power obviously to complete the race as Leicester went clear for a 5-1 over Simon Lambert. Super competitive stuff. Connor Mountain wins it. Daniel Hume, the skipper, in 2nd place, and with 2 heats to go, it's Scunthorpe 48, Leicester 54. So Scunthorpe using a tactical substitute in heat 14. It's Jordan Palin coming in to ride in blue in place of Harry McGurk. Wayne Carter holds his place in red. Dan Thompson in white, and Keane Dickin rides in yellow. Got to feel a bit for Harry McGurk, who's ridden well, got a paid win in heat 2 and has been very much on the pace as well. But it's Harry McGurk who's pulled out in favour of Jordan Palin, and Wayne Carter goes in red off the outside. Dan Thompson off the inside gate, Keane Dickin off gate 3, 6 points in it, away they go. Palin's made a good start, but Thompson's got a better one. Thompson's got the advantage here over Palin, with Dickin in 3rd place and Carter at the back, and they'll be neck and neck at the back straight as Palin tries the inside and Dan Thompson tries to go around the outside. They were very close indeed in the youth round a few weeks ago, and Dan Thompson leads and drops it on Jordan Palin into the first 2 turns. It's Thompson from Palin, it's Dickin in 3rd place over Carter. Carter will come through on the inside and take the 3rd place. Dickin will try and hit back on the outside in the strap for 3rd place, but if Dan Thompson wins this heat 14 as he pulls clear now of Jordan Palin, then Leicester will win this challenge fixture. Dan Thompson from Jordan Palin, Carter in 3rd, Dickin out the back, and Dan Thompson, well, these are 2 lads with massive futures, that's quite clear, and Dan Thompson race leads on to his last lap. Palin, who was superb in his first 3 rides, winning them. Well, Dan Thompson now has got the advantage, and he'll come off the second, almost top of the fence himself there, Dan Thompson, and he race leads round turns 3 and 4. Dan Thompson wins heat 14, and Leicester win this challenge match at the Eddie Wright Raceway. Thompson takes it over Palin, 3rd place Wayne Carter and Keane Dickin out the back, and Dan Thompson and Jordan Palin, who had a bit of a, I was going to say a set 2, but a contra Toms in the youth championship round, where Jordan Palin went in the fence on turn 2 in the final and then won the rerun holding off Dan Thompson. There is a nice rivalry between them, and Dan Thompson that time has got the victory over Jordan Palin, celebrates on one wheel. Really impressive showing by both Thompson twins here, and Dan Thompson defeats Jordan Palin in heat 14. Wayne Carter in third place, and Leicester at 6 up with 1 to go. It's Scunthorpe 51, Leicester 57. So on track for heat 15, Jordan Palin and Simon Lambert going for the Scunthorpe Stags, and Dan Thompson and Daniel Hume for the Leicester Lion Cubs, who lead by 57 points to 51 after heat 14, plus the 250cc races as well. And a thoroughly entertaining afternoon's racing in the sunshine here at the Eddie Wright Raceway. As I say, hopefully a second leg to come at Leicester in the next couple of weeks. And a close contest too. The sides were evenly matched, and really it swung on some mechanical issues and some trouble for Scunthorpe in race as well. Wouldn't have taken too much for this to be a last heat decider when you look back on certainly, I think Ryan Kinsey's mechanical problems have probably swung it Leicester's way in the end in heats 11 and 13. But the emergence of the Thompson twins with their race wins late in the meeting, the heat 13 5-1 from Connor Mountain and Daniel Hume was pretty important. We've seen plenty of good performances though right down the orders and riders to watch out for in future, and one more race to come. Dan Thompson in white off the inside, Jordan Palin in red off gate 2, Daniel Hume yellow off gate 3, and Simon Lambert in blue off the outside. Heat 15 gets underway, Palin lifts off gate 2, sends Hume out, but Dan Thompson's there again making a fast start. Dan Thompson race leads, Palin tries the inside line, sends him wide. Dan Thompson will try and go wide on turn 3 and 4. Hume in third place over Lambert, good wide by Palin, pegs the inside line, but Dan Thompson sweeps back round the outside, then neck and neck once again as Thompson goes out wide on bends 1 and 2, picks up the drive, picks up the speed, and Dan Thompson gets the advantage here over Palin. Lambert goes round Hume into third place. Hume will try and hit back on the inside. Tremendous stuff here in heat 15. Daniel Hume back inside Simon Lambert into the third lap. It's Thompson in front, it's Palin second. Now it's Hume back in third over Lambert, who'll try and turn back once again on the back straight for the third time. Lambert goes charging inside, but Hume back around him on turn 3 and 4, and now Palin trying to make up ground once again on Dan Thompson. Thompson race leads, Palin second. Hume trying to really ground once more. Lambert is slowing down on the last lap. Looks like they're in 4-2 here for Leicester in a very competitive heat 15, and it's going to be Dan Thompson once again over Jordan Palin. Hume in third place, Leicester get a 4-2, and Dan Thompson gets another victory over Jordan Palin with Daniel Hume in third place. Simon Lambert retired on the last lap, a 4-2 in Leicester's favour. And they win this challenge match by 8 points. And I think Jordan's got trouble too on turn 2 after the race is finished. So thankfully he got it round for all 4 laps. Wheelie celebration for Dan Thompson. What an impressive performance by Dan Thompson here. Only dropped 1 point in 5 rides, in fact. And Daniel Hume, the Leicester skipper, applauds the crowd, and they're going to applaud him back too. Leicester crowd love Daniel Hume, and really it's a bit of travesty he's not racing the championship, Daniel Hume, but surely sometime somebody will take a go on Daniel Hume, and it'll be very worthwhile indeed as he celebrates with the crowd. Jordan Palin has to walk home, and Leicester finished with a 4-2. Thoroughly entertaining and enjoyable. The crowd have loved it, and we've had some good Sunshine Speedway here at the Eddie Wright Raceway. A final score of Scunthorpe 53, Leicester 61. Dan Thompson, well done, 13 page 14, and after what happened last night with the engine, that must be a really good result for you.
Yeah, it was a mad dash after Kingsland last night. Blew up my best engine, and I'd only been given this engine a few hours before. We were in the workshop till 4 a.m. Sorting out all the stuff, but it's paid off, and I really enjoyed that.
Did you know what to expect when you got on that bike for your first ride today?
No, I'd never ridden it before. It's a Gerhard. It's a completely different engine to what I'm used to, and just set it up accordingly from what we've been told, and it was really good.
And after you came close in the youth championship round here, up against Jordan Palin, I think there's obviously some rivalry between you. You've been delighted to beat him a couple of times. Yeah,
that was great. It was a few good races with him as well. It was fair, hard racing, and it was just good to get my gating sorted on this track, and I can move on from here.
Nice to be back part of the team again with Leicester Lion Cubs. It was almost like last year again, wasn't it, with a win?
Yeah, it was great. They're a great bunch of boys, and it was a great result for the team.
Hopefully we'll get a second leg to bring him back to Leicester.
Yeah, that'll be good. We've got a good lead already, and that'll be good to have a return leg.
Great stuff, well done, Joe.
Thank you.
Daniel, well done. That must have felt a bit like last year in the end. Once it got going, great atmosphere and a good win.
It was indeed. It's just so nice to be out on the bike. I haven't been practicing in about a month, so to get out there in an actual race, I didn't think it was going to happen this year, so I'm just blessed to be out on the track.
Did that make a difference? It looked like some of the riders took a couple of rides to get going, and then you had a fantastic heat 13.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same. Everyone is like pre-season now, really. Just first race of the year, and yeah, to be honest, I thought the boys would be like, and including myself, be a bit more rusty. But as soon as you get the helmet on and get to the start tape, it soon just blows over.
I know last year you gave a lot of help to the Thompson boys, but the progress they're making is frightening, isn't it? It's incredible.
It is. Seeing, well, can't remember which one down with Joe. In well, all their races, to be fair, they're just lightning. So fair play to them, they're doing extremely well and going to go far in the sport.
Did it feel like being back in the winning team once again, just like last year?
It's brilliant, yeah, it did. Everyone's all fired up, and yeah, we're on this sort of group chat, same as every team, and when it's race day, it's just non-stop pinging. So driving on the way here, I just loved it.
So hopefully a second leg to come back at Leicester?
Yeah, definitely. Let's take that lead with us.
Great to see Speedway back. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks.
So it was a thoroughly enjoyable afternoon for everyone on Bank Holiday Monday who was lucky enough to be present at the Eddie Wright Raceway for that challenge fixture, and some great action, I'm sure you'll agree. Some standout performances as well from the likes of Jordan Palin and Dan Thompson, and Luke Harrison on the 250s as well, a 12-point maximum, a stunning effort from him, and certainly one to look out for in the future. Don't forget, keep in touch, keep up to date with all the latest. The official British Speedway website once again, speedwaygb.co.uk, and don't forget those social media channels as well. Give us a follow on Twitter at SpeedwayGB, like our Speedway GB Facebook page, give us a follow on Instagram at Official British Speedway, and don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel, search Speedway Great Britain. Great to be back with the Monday Night Speedway broadcast series. We'll be back at the start of October for more action. In the meantime, stay safe, continue to look after yourselves, and I'll catch you back very soon indeed.